Hey, everybody, welcome to Medling World. This tonight is our very first live stream on Medling World. I'm so excited about it. New stuff here with Medling World. And guess who's with us? It's Chris from Connecticut. Technical difficulties because I'm hearing myself here. Hold on. Work out our technical difficulties. Yeah, let me do that. We're just going to go right off here, and Chris will guide us through when we have our slides. All right, guys, we're back. It's Medley World. Hey, listen, it's the first ever, Chris. There's going to be a couple little glitches here, but I think I'll be all right now. I closed down my own personal page so I can just be right here on the Skype. Okay, Chris, we're being told we can't hear you very well here.
How about that? I bet you can hear me now. All right, here we go. We made
All
some
right, guys,
mistakes.
let's get
Mistakes
it.
were made.
Mistakes get made. It's the first ever. Hey, let's just what? That was practice, guys, on the live. Let's get right into it right now. Welcome to Medley World. Thank you everybody for joining us tonight on the live. And if you're not watching it live, then you get to enjoy it after, which is so cool. First thing I want to say is Chris from Connecticut is joining us, and I want to thank Chris. Chris is producing this awesome live tonight from Connecticut, and we're streaming it live through Medling World. Chris, I can't thank you enough for that. Let's get right in. Chris, let's do it. We're going to be talking about, guys, tonight. Listen, we are talking about Magic Kingdom. We're talking about how you guys can plan an awesome day there so that you can enjoy it and feel the magic, Chris. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? I'm
absolutely.
full of energy tonight, guys, because this is the first live ever. I got my Mickey shirt. I got my mini sipper over here. We got Sorcerer Mickey in the back, Chris. Let's get right into it tonight. Let's do this.
Absolutely. So let's start with where we always have to start. It's early in the morning. It's rope drop, right? Resort guests versus non-resort guests. Okay, so we're gonna start with resort guests. You're staying on property, right? You're at the Magic Kingdom. We're rope dropping this bad boy. So what are your suggestions? Also, if you are taking advantage of the early morning magic, I know that's not what it's called, but that's what I call
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
The only lands that are open to you are Tomorrowland and Fantasyland, I believe. Those lands are open early.
That's if you're a resort guest, correct, Chris? So what
Correct.
kind of?
Yes. Yep. You're getting that extra half
So
an
if
hour.
I'm a resort guest, okay,
Mm.
and if I've never been to Disney World before, okay, guys, this might
Mm-hmm.
surprise you a little bit. I'm not rushing anywhere. I am walking through the gates of Magic Kingdom and I'm looking up and I'm looking at the castle and I'm taking that all in because, Chris, the first time you ever walk onto Main Street, USA, and you see that castle, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a feeling that is so awesome. I mean, it's just magical, and that's why I love Disney. So it might surprise people, but to me, I think that even if you kind of had a plan in your mind, oh, I'm going to run over and get on Space Mountain, or I'm going to do this, you're going to be in awe when you walk in there, Chris. You're going to smell Main
Mm.
Street. You're going to hear the music playing,
Yeah.
and you're just going to want to
Mm-hmm.
take pictures, and you're going to want to take that all in, that magical feeling of Disney. So my suggestion is the very first time you ever step foot in Magic Kingdom, rope drop or anytime, look
Yeah.
up there and feel that awesome emotion of magic. Chris, that's what I'm doing at rope drop.
Sure. If you are gonna rope drop, how long do you think you should allow yourself to get there at the TTC before you make your way over? Like, what do you think the time frame
That,
is?
Chris, right there is an excellent question because you know what happens here at Disney. I'm going to suggest a couple things if you're a resort guest. First of all, you may have rented a car, right, Chris? If you're a resort guest, or you
Yes.
may
You can rent a
Yeah.
car. Yep.
Or you may be utilizing the transportation that Disney provides for the
Mm-hmm.
hotel guests, the resort guests. If I'm a resort guest, there's one park I usually take the transportation to that is offered to me,
Mhm.
complimentary, and that's to Magic Kingdom because you avoid the ticket transportation center and you get dropped off
Mhm.
right there, Chris, right in front of the Magic Kingdom. You go through security and you're ready to go in, and you're going to save yourself a
Sure.
lot of time, but you got to be watching those buses and be out there and be ready to get there for that rope drop, which is before
Mhm.
officially the park's going to open. So give yourself a lot of time. Now, if you're driving, Chris,
Yeah.
if you're driving in, you got to give yourself an hour. If you think in your
Yeah.
mind, I want to be there at
Mhm.
7:30 in the morning, I would be in that parking lot at 6:30, probably maybe
Mhm.
even a little earlier because there is a lot of people that want to get to the park at that time of the day, and
Yeah.
you can get backed up in that monorail line or the ferry boat. You have two options now, Chris. Okay. You have the
Yeah. Mhm.
monorail and you have the ferry boat. Now, technically, I've heard it takes the same amount of time from start to finish. I don't know how true that is, but I'm looking at the queues, right? Okay. How long is that? Is the boat just pulling in? I can get on it. A lot of
Yep. It's a
decisions to be
capacity
made,
issue.
Chris. Go ahead. Let's, put some
Right.
input in there,
No,
Chris.
no, you're right. You're right. It's a capacity issue for sure. And I'm the same way. I'm seeing whatever's like if the monorail line is coming out of the station and it's like three queues deep, and it's just like, nope, no, thank
No.
you. I'll just go wait in the boat one because I'll never wait longer than one boat. Like you'll never wait longer
Right,
than one
right.
boat. Never.
Eh, yep.
Um, yeah.
So, and
Go
that's
ahead.
the whole thing, though, Chris. It's like the first. I'm really trying to answer this as a first time guest. Okay, first time
Hmm.
going. You're gonna learn different things, as you kind of experience how to get there. But in the morning, believe it or not, it is very busy to get into the park. People want to get in there nice and early because they want to get on the
Yeah.
rides before right the lines.
Right.
Or
And your point is well taken about the buses earlier too. I
yeah, I think
mean,
it's good advice.
you skip the TTC. It's the only thing that drops you off right at the gate. They used to offer minivans that used to do that. They don't offer that anymore. So that is the only way that you are being dropped off on in front of the Magic Kingdom. Though on the bus system, I do say this on the bus system. Yes, it is complimentary, but it costs you your time.
Sure, absolutely.
It's even though the buses, are complimentary and free, and you're there in the morning and you can get on the bus. I still would recommend arriving to the bus stop of your resort at least an hour before, because those bus stops get full. And if you're in a circuit, you have a bunch of bus stops that go around, right? Those buses can get full before they even reach the end. And that happens at deluxe resorts too. I'm looking at you, Saratoga Springs. I'm looking directly at you.
That sounds
Um,
like a little experience here, Chris, huh?
Uh, yeah. Yeah. So, no one's immune to it. No one's immune to buses being full because people want to go places. You know what I mean? It's not going to
Yeah,
happen.
yeah. And
For me, in the morning, I'm walking. First of all, I'm blowing by you, bro. I'm blowing right by you. I ain't taking no
Chris said,
pictures.
never mind. I've never been here. I'm
You're
going right
you
in.
do that. You do that on the way out, man. You got time for
Sure,
that
sure.
stuff. You
You
got time for
absolutely
that.
can.
Absolutely do. For me, it's literally power hour. I'm just like we're doing. So my reference of thought here is one of two choices. You can either do the big ride, which in this case would be Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, or you can do a bunch of other attractions that aren't Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and bang out more volume, right? Because you could
Sure.
go the, Pirates, Big Thunder, Haunted Mansion route, like over on the other side, thinking about that later on in the day. So then you could start like banging out like, Buzz Lightyear, People Mover, Tomorrowland Speedway, getting your aerial fix or whatever, and then just keep going, right? Because then by then the half an hour is over, and then you do Haunted, Big Thunder, and just keep going around. Yeah, you're gonna do some crisscrossing, but before 10:30 you will have done probably close to like 7 attractions. You know what I mean? You're
Yeah,
just you're
and
just you're just blowing through them. And
sure.
when they post the
Absolutely.
wait times in the morning, especially in the first hour, this is what they think they're going to be, right? It's not that the line is 45 minutes as soon as the park opens, except for Seven Doors Mine Train. You believe whatever that says as soon as it opens. Um,
Yes, huh?
uh, and but besides that, they're just projecting what a wait time will be, right? Obviously, if you arrive 45 minutes after park opens and you see the line out the queue and it's like 45 minutes, believe what your eyes are telling you. So yeah, That's my two thoughts on that. And then plus, I'm not a huge Seven Dwarfs Mine Train fan. I'm not a
Oh,
huge fan of Seven
wow.
Dwarfs Mine Train. No,
Chris, I didn't know that.
no.
You never told me that. Wow, that's something new I learned from Chris from Connecticut. And Chris,
Yeah.
that's awesome because we have two totally different
Mm.
ideas of
Ooh.
just walking in there the first time. So that's what's so cool about doing this live stream, guys. You can hear two different opinions,
Right.
and then you kind of just figure out what you want to do.
Mm.
Chris, before we move on to the next topic, it also has to depend upon your family. What is your family like? Do you have
Right.
like some kids that just want to go on rides, or
Absolutely.
maybe you're like my age, you're almost 50, you just kind of want to go to Starbucks and grab a coffee and take it all in. All of those things are going to take into account your plans. So Chris,
Mhm.
I really appreciate that
Yeah.
opinion of yours and what you would do the first time you ever went there. That's really cool.
Absolutely. So let's talk about non-resort guests, right? So I just told you that Tomorrowland and Fantasyland are open 30 minutes before. Do not go there. It is full. If you want to get
Yes.
on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, no. Don't do it. It's going to be the longest point of the day. It's probably going to
Yeah.
be stuffed until probably like 11:30 when lunch starts happening, and maybe you can skip in there during a lull. Maybe hit a 75-minute, 70-minute somewhere, like around 11:30, 12 o'clock. But then it's going to
Sure.
ramp right back up right after 2 until about fireworks, and then it'll start doing this. So for me, I've kind of already alluded to this. If I'm going left, I'm gonna do exactly what I said before. I'm gonna hit Pirates. I'm gonna and I have the map up, by the way. Matt.
Good. I was going to ask you, Chris, again, guys. I'm on just a camera doing this, so I don't get feedback. So Chris is really the awesome producer, director. Awesome. Thank you, Chris, for having that map up for Medling World.
So like on the map here, it's like 17. Then we're gonna hit Big Thunder, which would be 24, and then Haunted Mansion, which is 32. So we're gonna go all the way around the left side.
Sure,
right?
that's
and
a great
obviously
strategy.
you can do other things that you want to do, right? You want to hit Jungle Cruise early in the morning. That's actually a great ride to rope drop because of the low capacity of that ride. Right? It's going to scare you. It's going to be like 45 minutes. In my Disney experience, okay? No, it's lying. It loads fast during the day because there's no lightning lanes left, and it's just a constantly loading ride. But
Yes.
once it hits
Yes.
those lightning lanes, man, it's just like brutal. It's over.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much what I would do. What would you do? Non-resort guests. Where you headed?
Chris, of course, you mentioned it. Stay out of your Fantasyland,
Besides
Tomorrowland.
Starbucks, right? Because you're hitting Starbucks apparently. You're a
Well, you know
monster.
what? I already kind of gave you an opinion, right, of the first time ever being there. So you know what? I'll give you another choice of what I may do.
Mhm.
So again, first time ever, you got to kind of evaluate what you like. Okay, are you more into thrill rides? Are you more into like, hey man, I like roller coasters. I like cool stuff like that. Or are you more into
Sure.
kind of like just some cool stuff that is maybe classic and I really want to enjoy? So you have an option there. You could go to Adventureland if you want the Jungle Cruise. That's a classic ride.
Great ride.
I probably, would one option. I would hit Jungle Cruise first,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would get over to Pirates of Caribbean ride because the Pirates queue is going to be a lot quicker even later in the day. Jungle Cruise will fill up, Chris, as you mentioned.
Yep.
If I want those adventure rides, or I should say, if I want those thrill rides, I'm heading straight back and I'm getting on Splash Mountain right away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
And Big Thunder right there.
Yep. You hit Splash Mountain, you get off that because, again, you're going to be able to get on rather quickly. And then Thunder Mountain usually doesn't get really bad unless it's a really busy day. The queue may say 35, 40 minutes. It goes pretty quick, and you can get on Thunder Mountain and then enjoy that. And then you kind of work your way around the park and then enjoy. And then you can run back to Main Street, have a Starbucks, and take your pictures. All right? There's a couple different things you can do.
Right. I will say the last 10 times I've visited the Magic Kingdom, 5 of those times, about a 50% ratio, Splash Mountain has had a late start. So,
Can happen.
Big Thunder is right there. Take advantage. Hopefully by the time you get off of that, you come back down Splash Mountain. But you're a get wet in the early morning kind of person? Like that's you?
I would, Chris. Just in case, guys, I want to clarify. I do live right here, right next to Disney World.
Right,
And if it is the summertime, if you're between May and Halloween, you can go, Chris, trust me, you've been here in the summer. You could go on Splash Mountain at 9 o'clock in the morning. But
Right.
you bring
You
up a
can.
good point. Chris, you bring up a very good point.
Right.
There are things can be closed, things can be delayed. Always keep that in mind when you're going into the Magic Kingdom or any of the Disney parks.
Absolutely. All right. So let's talk about, we talk about what we're going to do first. Now let's just talk about the overall attack of the day, right?
Okay.
What are we doing? Like, how are we approaching the day? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how are you going about your day? We've done the first 3 rides. Now what?
Okay. So obviously you have your plan in the morning. So let's say we incorporated that plan. Might be time for a quick snack, a quick there's a lot of really cool things at the Magic Kingdom that aren't always a ride, right, Chris? Magic Kingdom has a lot of cool shows, a lot of different things you can do. Again, depends on the crowd, depends on what you're into. So there's a lot of options, Chris. I am more the type of guy, when I go with my family, we kind of just wing it. We don't always have an exact plan. We kind of go in and just see what we like and what we want to do. There is a... what is that? Tom Sawyer Island, they call it there, Chris?
Yep. Tom Sawyer Island, yep.
That's pretty cool if you're into like adventure stuff. That's something you could do after you hit a few rides. Maybe you want a little break from the ride. You could go out there, take a nice little boat out there, right? Explore that a little bit.
Longhorns out there with the
it's
kids,
pretty
let your
cool.
kids run over barrels and things like that. Yeah.
Pretty cool thing to do. And believe it or not, you're almost to lunch, Chris, after 3 or 4 rides and you're heading out there, So, you kind of go around. You want to have a strategy, guys. Chris has a map up there. You kind of want to look at that map and kind of figure out where you're starting, Chris, is going to kind of dictate the way you kind of move throughout the park. Believe it or not, Chris, I have a Medling World fun fact that I researched. The Magic Kingdom is actually the smallest park, acreage-wise. But you will do the most walking probably in that park because a lot of times you're zigzagging all around in there, right?
Right.
So you want to keep your energy up in that park. So really pace what you're doing and have a really good plan for what you want to accomplish. A lot of people just want to do rides. A lot of people like to do the rides, the shows, and the rides.
Yeah.
So it all, to me, when I'm at the Magic Kingdom, Chris, I don't know. It's, to me, it is my favorite theme park of any theme park of all the Disney, any theme park in Orlando. My favorite park, if I had to pick one park to go to for one day, and I could only pick one out of all of them, it would be the Magic Kingdom. Because it's just, for me, you watch the Disney movies, right? And then you see the fireworks in the castle and all the characters. There's so much... Everybody kind of knows a little something about what's going on there in the Magic Kingdom with all the cool attractions. So, guys, I just think when you're there, have a plan, stick kind of with the plan, but you have to be flexible. And remember, there's a lot of things that are going to go with your day. You're talking about planning your day, Chris. There's one very important thing I want to bring up, Chris, about planning your day in the Magic Kingdom. You need to be prepared for weather. People don't always think about this.
Absolutely. It's
especially this
shower
time of
at
the
some
year.
point. Yeah.
I'll just give you a quick, it's February, it might be 65, 70 degrees in the morning, heat up to 80, 85. As soon as the sun goes down, it's back in the 50s. You see people freezing because they came in a T-shirt, right, in shorts. In the summer, it rains. Just about every day, you're going to get rain for at least a little while. Bring a poncho. Find AC, guys. In the summer, your energy will drain so quickly at the Magic Kingdom from the heat. The heat will suck the energy out of you, and you want to keep that energy because you want to enjoy it. Remember, there's a lot of attractions with air conditioning you can get into. Keep this in mind as you're planning your day, especially in the heat. The heat is really tough to do, but it can be done because, Chris, a lot of these rides are air conditioned. Yes. There's a lot of attractions that are air conditioned. You just have to pace yourself through your day and come up with the best strategy you want. We could go on and on and on forever about this kind of thing. So that's what I'm talking about. I'm planning my day. I'm getting my morning done. And then I'm kind of going according to what's going on, cue-wise, weather-wise. And, of course, we'll get into eating later. I mean, come on. That's, Yeah. What do you got, Chris?
So I just want to touch on a couple points before we just move over to the Genie Plus discussion. Like you
Sure.
said, utilize Magic MDE, My Disney Experience. Look at the wait times, see what it's telling you, right? Don't just blindly go around the park in a circle and just be like, oh, well, Haunted Mansion is 65 minutes. Look like we're going to have to bear down, family. Like, don't do that. You know, like, skip it, come back, you know, don't wait over an hour pretty much for any ride, except for the one that you might have to wait for if you didn't get the Genie Plus, or would be Peter Pan, because it's such a low load capacity ride that typically sees 60 plus minute waits all the time. But yeah, be flexible, you know, have an idea of what you want to do, and don't make it an Excel spreadsheet of things that you're going to accomplish at certain times. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. You're going to set yourself up for emotional failure on that one. All right, let's go quickly into Genie Plus. So we're just going to recap what Genie Plus is really quick. I'm just going to go through it. On the screen, I have our recap of Genie Plus. It's showing what the free service, basically, the available for purchase, and then individual attraction selections, IAS, or word salad, as I like to call it, for even higher tier attractions that cost you even more money than the $15 you just spent per person.
Sure.
Genie Plus basically will go through your day and optimize it. Say, hey, these are the things that I like to do, and it will forecast wait times for you, tell you what you should do, and basically go back and forth. Also, one big tip that I would like to also tell people, going back to like doing the quick service thing. I know you just entered the park and you're like, hey, what's for lunch? And everyone's looking at you all weird. It's because you want to reserve your time slot ahead in mobile order, right? Basically, as soon as you enter the park, I literally turn to my family and go, hey, what are we eating for lunch? And order it on the time slot that I want. Because if you wait until like 10:30, 11 o'clock, you might not be able to get a slot for that particular time, like right away.
Great point, Chris.
And the Genie will recommend that. It will do that, but you can be smarter than the Genie and just do it straight off the bat. Also, let's talk about Genie Plus. It's basically a whole list of attractions, which I'll put on the screen here in a second. And then individual attraction selections, which is basically the pay more for these rides. Right. However, there is a change coming to that as well. So let me put all the Genie rides on the screen. Okay. So we have all the Genie rides on the screen. So if and the top two are the individual attraction selections, those cost you an additional $15 whether you buy Genie Plus or not. Now, as of today, there is a rumor going around that Space Mountain will go down to the included with Genie Plus tier of this package. So it would only be one ride, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. And then in the purple box, you see basically all of the other rides that are available for Genie Plus. Now, Matt, is Genie Plus worth it in the Magic Kingdom?
Absolutely. The first time, I would highly recommend purchasing the Genie Plus. I think if there was one park that is for your day, would be the Magic Kingdom, Chris. And I'm gonna just go and guess that you would probably agree with that, Chris. The Magic Kingdom for the Genie Plus, I think, is well worth money spent on it, because let's face it, Disney is not cheap. Okay, everybody. And if you want to really experience it and get frustrated, I would recommend spending the extra money for the Genie Plus option, and that's definitely my Genie Plus at the Magic Kingdom. If your first time going, at least, and then you can make decisions off that as you travel and as you go more often. You're going to be able to figure out whether it's worth it or not. A year, if there's events going on and all that. But first time going in, definitely, absolutely, without a doubt, just a Genie Plus.
Okay, yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
sticking to that, Chris. I mean, And one other thing I just want to mention about these attractions, Chris, that's really awesome at the Magic Kingdom, while we're talking about Genie Plus, because that is attractions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wheelchairs there, and all the different accessibility access they have for the Magic Kingdom. Before you get on that little, like a description, and they'll let you know, hey, if you have a chair, we can help you off your chair, or we have special that accessibility, Chris. So Magic Kingdom is awesome, as well as all Disney parks. And I believe they will probably somewhere you can research that. I would go online or ask any of the team members there at the front of the queue, and they'll be able to direct you and help you with any kind of accessibility that you need. So very important for people that need that extra help.
I will say, fun fact about the Walt Disney World Resort in general is that it is incredibly flat. Like, it's honestly a feat of engineering how flat the Walt Disney World Resort is, especially for just people with handicaps and disabilities in general.
It's great. It's great.
So, as an experienced person and as a first go person, I would say of all the parks that this is probably the most worth it for Genie Plus, just because of the plethora of choice here, right? Go back to what was said in the earnings call a couple weeks ago by Bob Chapek. 50% of people are buying Genie Plus as they come into the thing. And now that you have such a large audience looking at all these specific rides, it's good to have a spread, right? And also bodes well for attractions that aren't on this list, right? You know, Carousel of Progress and like, you know, Country Bears Jamboree and all the other kind of things like that. It is worth it in this park. Do I think paying $7 to $10 for Space Mountain is worth it? No, I do not. And it is going down to the lower tier, so I'm glad that they made that decision. Also, I don't think Seven Doors Mine Train is worth $10 to $15 to go on. I'm not a huge fan of that ride. It only lasts, you know, like 75 seconds or stuff like that. Yeah, the scene inside is cute, and no, I'm just not. I don't know. It doesn't do it for me. When I compare it to like Slinky Dog Dash, which is a comparable experience, I'm just not. I don't like it. Yeah, and plus you can get so much done with the Genie Plus, right? And especially if you go in the second half of the day, you can do the stacking, basically. So, you know, you can reserve something, and then 2 hours you can reserve another one. So that when you start going in, it'd be like boom, boom, and then you just keep going after that. So you can really bang out a lot of rides really quick. I mean, it is good. What stings me is like, you know, this used to be free. This used to be a free thing. It's called FastPass Plus.
Yeah,
it used to be free.
So true, Chris.
And I think so Disney is prying on the emotion of, well, I've already spent all of this money to be here, so I want to have the best experience possible, so I'm going to buy this because I need to. But you already paid a ton of money to be there. So now it's like they're just prying on that fear of missing out.
That's exactly it, yeah.
I'm just not a huge fan of that tactic.
No, it's kind of what I said without really thinking about it, Chris. You're right. It's like, but if you really want to experience it, and you know what, it's like you don't really. It's just naturally like, oh yeah, but I do this, so I'm just here you go, here's all the money. Now can I go have fun? It's expensive, man.
Right.
It's really expensive to go to Disney. As a matter of fact, they just raised the ticket prices again. So please check the website to keep up with the ticket prices. And, you know, I'm just going to touch on I think annual passes.
Yes, still suspended.
It's definitely worth when they become available again, guys. If you're going to Disney and then all of a sudden you want to go to Disney a couple times a year, it is absolutely worth it. It pays for itself after 7 or 8 days, I think. I kind of tried to figure it out.
I think I did the math one time, and that was on the old system. If you're an out-of-stater, this is specifically if you're out of state, you need to go at least 10 days in order to basically break even on the $1,300.
And there's definitely people that go 10 days out of state.
For sure.
And if you're in state, Chris, there's there's different options as well. And a DVC has a couple different tiers.
And there's other things that offset it too, you know, like they're 20% off on merchandise and stuff, plus rates on hotels. You know, it's around 10 days, right? You can use other things to also take advantage of the discount that could earn you money back potentially as well.
Okay. So I think that's how it works, right, Chris?
Yeah, I mean, All right,
And
so let's talk about.
it's gonna change it again. You know they will. You know they will.
I know they're gonna take feedback and they'll change it. All right, let's talk about food and drinks. Let's do personal picks first. We'll do a seasonal and a non-seasonal. Okay, something that's there all the time, something that's only there right now.
All right, Chris. Before we get into that, as you know, in Medling World, Medling World includes right Roberta and right. You guys know if you're a sub. So Roberta's not on this camera. Flashcard guys, and it's saying comments, Chris. So I think.
Okay.
Think of somebody asking a question, or is there a comment or something? Maybe we should address. See the comments. So guys, Roberta
I'm taking a look.
Is on scene, and they are definitely part of Medling World.
You guys are hilarious.
Part of Medling World, guys. You know, if you please actually. If you're enjoying this, we're all over the place. We're having a lot of fun. But listen, take a moment to Medling World. Go and check out our video, our vlogs. Chris from Connecticut is a guest appearance in some of,
Yes.
And I guess I'm getting a sign that we're lagging a little bit. But this is a live that's going to probably happen. It's 8 o'clock. We're going to have a little lagging, guys. Please bear with us through this. But take that moment. Subscribe to Medling World. If you already have subscribed so much, we love our subs, Chris.
Always love the subs, Matt. All right.
So, comment? Is there a comment? Is somebody maybe asking something? I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm trying with this live, and I'm getting cue cards here. I love this. This is great. I'm an ad-libber anyway, vlogs, and I'm just going, and I'm just having a great time. You know, it's an adventure is what it is, Chris. Even on a live, you're having an adventure with Medling World.
Right. I'm trying to see what's happening, and I can't find it.
Well, while you're trying to see what's happening, I'm going to continue
right
on.
What's your favorite food?
You know what?
Seasonal,
let me show you
non-seasonal.
something. Chris is so awesome. He produced this, and he gave us little notes. I kind of just go off the mind, but this is so helpful because I can actually look at this. I even wrote some notes down on the side of the nice bullet points. We are now going on to our food and drinks, Chris, from Connecticut.
Sir.
I'm going to jump right on this, guys, because I have an awesome vlog. We did and it was on January 1st. It was New Year's Day. Surprisingly, it wasn't crazy busy, and we did a 4-park challenge. Yeah. We accomplished it. To have a snack in every single park and go on at least one ride and take one picture in one day. We accomplished Magic Kingdom. Was so awesome. I wrote it down right here, and I'm going to tell you guys what it is. It is the 50th, and it's called the Tropical Serenity Float. Absolutely amazing. And you can get that, Chris. That is available. And everybody watching, that is. See, I can't even read my own writing, but when you're in Adventureland, Aloha Isle, that's Dole Whip, even a regular Dole Whip. Guys, Dole Whips are awesome. Disney's kind of known for that. It's kind of like a specialty thing that people really love to enjoy when they come. And I believe you can get it at the and maybe a few other spots on Disney property, but definitely at the Magic Kingdom. That by far, we can call it seasonal, I guess, because it's a 50th anniversary celebration, Chris.
Yeah, it'll go away.
And it's coconutty. It's got that Dole Whip. It's awesome. And then just kind of as a non-seasonal snack that is available all the time, which is located at Sleepy Hollow, Chris. That's kind of as you're entering. I don't know if the map's still up, but that's kind of how you're entering into what is that? Liberty Square. Okay, so if you were looking at the beautiful castle, kind of off to the left side, there's a little quick service
37
restaurant.
On the map. I put the map back up. Number 37.
Refer to number 37. That is called Sleepy Hollow. And Chris, at Sleepy Hollow, they have the awesome the waffle. And it comes, I mean, this waffle is amazing. It has the Nutella. It's got bananas. It got blueberries. And it all comes on a waffle. It's called the waffle sandwich, I believe is what it's called.
I believe so.
And it is amazing. It is an awesome snack. And it's been available for years. So I would imagine we had one just a few weeks ago. They're
Right.
awesome. Like if you want to stay and watch the fireworks, grab that, get down there, get your spot, send somebody up, grab a couple of those. But there's
Sure.
so many snacks. I mean, Magic Kingdom has great snacks. I will say they have really, really good snacks. Um,
Yes, they
now,
do.
um, you know, what we're gonna get into, Chris. Do you want to get into like? Let me hear your snacks first. You go right ahead. I don't
Sure.
know if you're
Yeah.
still looking for a comment. I
No,
don't know
no,
if
I
somebody
have
was
comments,
asking a
but we can do
question.
them at the end. I found the comments.
That sounds great.
So my two snacks, real quick. I think they're both gonna come from the same place, which is basically right on the other side of right before Tomorrowland as you enter there, the Cheshire Cat. So they have the Cheshire Cat tail, which is my regular all-time pick. It's basically like a Senna twist, but they put chocolate chips in it, which is quite good with,
Oh,
standard royal icing right on top. And then also what they have is the We're All Mad Here slush. Very good when I just had that. Very good. I think it was like an apple and pear together, or no, passion fruit and pear combo, which is
wow.
very good. Very, very good.
Chris, I want to have
I
time
haven't
to
been a
get a quick
huge fan of the
reservation yet
50th
today.
stuff.
Can I get over there and try that real quick? I think it's too late.
I'm sure you can, right? No, you can still just walk up. Guest
You're
experience will
making
be
me
done
hungry,
for you.
Chris. Chris
Yeah.
from Connecticut's making me want to get some Disney snacks over here. I
hmm
love this,
I
Chris.
just I just haven't been a huge fan of the 50th anniversary snacks because of all like the fake blue food dye. I'm just I just haven't been a huge fan of it. Um, yeah, because there's just a lot of food dye. Just
The
a lot of food
Serenity
dye in that.
float does not have blue dye. It is a coconut,
Yeah.
and it probably has a little bit of orange
Mhm.
dye though,
Sure, sure,
and
sure.
red.
I mean, everything has dye in it, but it's just like that one in particular, like coats your whole mouth, stains your teeth. Like it's just
Sure,
like
it
it's a
will.
thing.
Yeah, it's good
Yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah.
I'll tell you what, it's
So,
good, man.
all right, all right. So what are we doing? Quick services. What's your quick service? Oh, wait. Before we
Oh,
start,
quick
though,
sir.
before we start, can we talk about the food, just the
Oh,
restaurant and quick service experience, just in general in the Magic Kingdom? My heart breaks. My heart breaks for what used to be a not the greatest experience, but not the experience that it is now. The Magic Kingdom has stuck too hard to the Americana aspect of the Magic Kingdom because it gets so many international travelers. Is probably my guess. And man, it's hard for me to eat inside of the Magic Kingdom because literally at points inside of the Magic Kingdom, I can see superior restaurants that, if you are on the dining plan, that are the same thing. Right? So they're telling me that it's 2 points to eat at Be Our Guest restaurant, which I will give maybe a 3 out of 10 to, when I can literally see the California Grill on top of the Contemporary from that position, which is also the same 2 dining credits. That's mind blowing to me. Like, this is like they're telling me it's
yeah.
equal when it is not. It is not equal. Those meals are completely different, and one is vastly superior to the other. Um, yeah, just honestly really disappointing. Not to say that everything there is bad and everything there is atrocious. It's just that it's not the best. All right, quick services. What do you think? What do you got?
Well, I think is
Yeah.
one to avoid. Can I give you an
Yes. Yes, please. Oh my
avoidable
God, I
quick
was thinking the
service?
exact same thing.
Is it Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe?
Wow. Bro,
That
I have a fun
is,
fact for you for
yeah.
Cosmic Ray Starlight Cafe. You ready to hear this? I'm about to blow your mind. Did you know that's the second busiest restaurant in the world? In the
Yeah,
world.
well, yeah, it's always busy with people, but it's
It
probably people who never ate in it
they
before.
just
I'll
do
tell you
sheer
that right
they
now.
do sheer volume. Last time I looked, they did 843,000 covers a year. Like it's almost a million
That
people
just
every
sounds
year.
like a crazy number,
It
Chris.
is
That's
an
a number.
absolutely insane number, and I've worked in the restaurant industry for over 16 years, and I'm telling you right now that is backbreakingly brutal, and that they must be running just like a chain line back there or something like that. It's just one thing to one thing to one thing to one
That's
thing
probably why it's
just
so
to keep
terrible.
up,
That's
just to
probably
keep
why
up
it's
with
so
that.
terrible. It used to be good.
Well, because you have to mass produce everything.
Before the
You have to mass
pandemic
produce
came
everything.
in,
Mm-hmm.
maybe even a little bit, they used to have a very nice, kind of
Sure. Yeah, had the topping bar.
cheese,
Yep, the topping
the
bar.
topping
Yeah.
bar. They
Mm-hmm.
kind of started getting rid of that, and they got rid of some other things several times in the past couple of years. I've
Mm-hmm.
tried different menu items, Chris.
Sure.
They've been really bad.
Yeah.
Please do yourself a favor. Chris just said it's the second busiest restaurant in the world.
Which is because of the location.
Yeah, it is centrally located. Chris can show you on the map, I'm sure.
Now we're talking about number 69 here on the map.
Because it is. You're kind of coming into Tomorrowland right there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
it's around the corner.
Guys, avoid that at all costs. But I will give you my favorite quick service,
Yes,
and it's
please.
a classic, Chris, and it's on Main Street, USA,
Mm-hmm.
and it's known for its great hot dogs. Casey Corner is my
Casey's
favorite quick
Corner.
service restaurant. Guys, if you want just a really cool, like themed quick service, cool location,
Yeah.
piano out there occasionally throughout the day.
Yep.
And they have really hot dogs. They have all kinds of really cool hot dogs, and they do have that nice cheese. And if you don't see it, you can just ask for it, and they'll get it for you. Because the other day they didn't have it out there to get, but it said, "Hey, where's the melted cheese?" And they gave me a little cup. So
you
guys,
are firmly pro
listen.
plastic cheese. Firmly pro.
Yeah.
Plastic
Hey,
cheese.
well, come on. You're at the Magic Kingdom, Chris. Don't tell me you never had
Right.
cheese with this. Come on, I know you have.
It's the American dream.
So that is my favorite quick service restaurant at the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
Casey's Corner, guys. Come on.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you the one I'm gonna give you to avoid. Oh man. It's gonna be the turkey leg. It's just I'm just not a
it's a good
huge
one.
just like that wandering post thing. That's also a quick service. They do the nuts and they do like a bunch of other stuff. It's like a small little quick service there in
Yes.
Adventureland.
Yes.
If you're on the map, it's number 29. So you know, it's a hot button debate. People think I think that it is a meal. That's why I'm including it as my quick service. That thing is huge. That thing is massive. So if you don't specifically know what it is a brined tom leg, which is a male turkey leg that has been brined and smoked. I just think it's disgusting. It's got too much cartilage in it. And messy, right? And you want to share it. You literally look just like Fred Flintstone, and then you pass it off to your friend Barney Rubble over there to finish it. You know, it's just absolutely ridiculous. My number one is gonna be Pecos Bills. I do love me some Pecos Bills.
That's my number 2, Chris.
Yeah, my wife loves Pecos Bills.
I love it. I love it.
And they also get hit with the seasonal desserts. They get the seasonal desserts, especially at the after-hour parties and stuff like that too. They always have those seasonals, which is really nice.
Great choice, Chris. And that's up, guys, as you're going towards Splash Mountain between Adventureland and or coming from Liberty Square towards
it's number
Frontierland.
22 on the map.
I'm going to have to, Chris,
22.
this is alive, and I'm going to have to go back and watch this because I can't wait to see the map. I can't see it, guys. I'm just winging it here on it, just a camera
You're doing a great job.
Here.
You're doing a fantastic job.
How's this going, guys? Leave us some comments if you can.
Right.
If you're watching this right now, we'd love to know your input. Do you guys maybe in the future? We know, we'll probably throw a few in. I don't want to schedule anything out, but Chris, I think that we will start incorporating lives as we go through. We'll see, but it's pretty fun. I'm having a great time, Chris. And again, thank you so much, Chris, from Connecticut. We still have a few more things to cover here, though. We're not quite done. Chris, can I tell you about?
Oh, hold on. We got to do table services. We got to do table service.
That's what I was just going to say. Look, we think alike because we both love Disney.
Yeah,
but
one to avoid. Like you said, I like the one to avoid and the one to go to.
All right. Chris, you already mentioned the food quality overall in the past several years. So I look at it in a different way, guys. I kind of try to look at it as a dining experience. What kind of, where can I go that's just kind of a cool place to eat? Should we do dislike or like first? I'm going to do like.
You do whatever you want. Yep, you do whatever you want.
I love the Crystal Palace, Chris. If I have guys, I'm going to recommend, and please, if you're going to do a dining, get on there 30 days in advance, Chris, is it? 60 days?
60.
Can't remember. 60 days.
Yeah.
Find the restaurant you want. Reserve them out. Medling World, Matt Medling right here is going to recommend Crystal Palace, and I'll tell you why. It's a beautiful place to eat in. it's just really cool. Even when you're walking up to it, you feel the magic of Disney. It's got the beautiful, nice little porch. You go in, right at centerpiece with a skylight, I guess you could say.
Beautiful skylight.
It's buffet style, but it's not a bad buffet. It really isn't. You're gonna pay for it, guys. Money. They
Was it
all
like
do.
65?
I just
65
think
per person.
Yeah, check the Disney website to get the official price. And I'm just gonna say, guys, if you want to have a really family and have a really nice memory, when I think, because that's why I picked that, Chris. When you asked me like, what's your favorite sit down? When I think about it, I have the best memories there. I have memories of being in there with my grandchildren. I have memories of being in there with my youngest son and my oldest son meeting. I have so many awesome memories, all at different times, all of my children, all of the grandkids. And when I think about a sit-down restaurant, that's the one that it's so cool. And if the characters come back, it's got Tigger, Winnie the Pooh, and the character that's in
Piglet.
there.
Tigger, Winnie the Pooh, Piglet, and Rabbit.
Piglet. And I guess we are lagging a little bit according to Roberta. Guys, sorry, but that's apologize for the lagging. So that's my favorite, Chris. I'm trying to think of one sit down. Go ahead, Chris.
I got that teed up. Let me take over that. The place that you should avoid, like the plague, is absolutely 100% across the I would say across the entire Walt Disney World Resort would be Tony's Town Square in the Magic Kingdom. And it is an absolute travesty that restaurant is so poor. You have premium. You literally walk into the Magic Kingdom and it's there on the right. And what do? You put the absolute poorest dining experience ever directly in front of your most prime real estate. Mind-blowing to me. I'm from Connecticut, so I'm obviously spoiled with Italian food, and I'm telling you right now, what they're serving down there is an atrocity to all Italians everywhere, and should never be sampled.
Tell us how you really.
So there used to be an old rule about food in the Magic Kingdom, and that was thou shalt not eat in Fantasyland. I'm updating that rule to thou shalt not eat table service inside of the Magic Kingdom. I can't recommend a single table service inside the Magic Kingdom that I would go to and spend my hard-earned money on. I would not do it. I'm not going to the Plaza. I'm not going to Tony's Town Square. I like the Crystal Palace, but I just looked at the site. It's $60 per person per adult, and when they bring the characters back, they'll definitely bump that back up to $85. Especially when I can get such great food directly on the monorail route. My recommendation to you would be to leave the Magic Kingdom, take a break, or basically leave for dinner, and then come back into the Magic Kingdom.
That's a great recommendation. Chris, I really love what you just said, because that isn't an option.
And you have such great choices. You have the California Grill, you have the Grand Floridian Cafe, you have Citrico's and Arcusi's, and you have Ohana, you have Kona Cafe. You have so many great choices right on the monorail route right there.
So you don't even, guys, what Chris is saying is you don't have to go back to your car. You can actually get on the monorail, and go to these locations. If you have a reservation, eat, get back on them. That is an excellent point.
Well, and the Contemporary, you can just walk. You just walk. Oh, Steakhouse 71.
You can walk.
Honorable shout out to Steakhouse 71. I think that's the best. I think it's edging out California Grill for me as the best restaurant on the monorail loop, just because of the price point. The sheer value that you're getting there for what you're paying is fantastic. Obviously, price hikes will be incoming. That's awesome. Because that's just what Disney is. But until they figure that out, great value.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, Chris, because really good take on that, and a really good way. Really cool.
All right, so what are we doing now when it's busy, Matt? Right? We're like 1, 2, 3 o'clock now. Park's at peak. We're shoulder to shoulder in Fantasyland, going by. It's a small world, hating life. What are we doing?
Okay, guys, you're gonna spend a whole day at Magic Kingdom. You're gonna need it. There are places you can nap in the Magic Kingdom. I'm gonna give you my favorite place to take a nap, to take a break, to cool off, especially in the summer. Or the wall, of Presidents.
That's a good one.
Do yourself a favor.
Solid.
You want to take a located in Liberty Square. It's 22 minutes of very soft narration. Very. You lean back. I'm going to tell you. When we used to go to the Magic Kingdom before I moved down here, that was our go-to spot. We would go inside there. I have watched it. It is cool, but I have slept through it quite a few times. The narration will just relax you. You can take a 22-minute nap, wake up at the end, and walk out.
I think it's Morgan Freeman now, right? I think it's Morgan Freeman.
I'm not sure.
The sweet, sweet, soft baritone.
I have not been in it. I think since it reopened, to be honest with you.
I can't remember if it's that one or American Adventure. I can't remember.
But that is just one, and it's cool, guys. It's a lot of history of the United States, obviously with our presidents, and it's just a cool place to relax and have a good time. Also, Chris, I'll give one more thing that you can do.
Oh, that was number 30 on the map, by
ride.
the way. 30, Hall of Presidents.
Right, Chris. If you came out of the Hall of Presidents, if you were exiting that and you want to extend that break a little bit or try something kind of neat, take a should I say paddle boat?
The Liberty Bell?
Yeah.
Liberty Bell. Yeah. The boat. Yes.
Yeah. That here saying it's like you have to go on it. Oh, don't miss it. If you don't go on it, fine.
It is unique.
If you want a nice break, it's a really cool. It goes around. You can see Big Thunder Mountain. And it goes around the Tom Sawyer area. And it probably takes maybe 12, 13 minutes to go around, maybe, Chris, something like that. And it's another place where you can kind of just relax and sit down and just enjoy it. It's real things that I'm going to recommend to do if you just want to kind of take a break and relax a little bit. Entertained or get your nap in, guys. Come on. You got, Chris.
For me, like I like doing the shows particularly. My favorite in particular is PhilharMagic right there in Fantasyland. It's a great montage of all the movies. I just added that new Coco scene into into PhilharMagic. Very cute. It's a good 15 minutes of soaking up AC. If I need an extended break. Now this place doesn't have AC, but it is covered and it is quiet all the time. We're gonna go all the way back into Storybook Circus, next to Pete's Silly Sideshow. I believe we're talking behind number 60 on the map here. There's basically a set of tents. There's no one there, and it's covered. There's fans going. There's a place for your kids to run around, and there's no one there, and you can take a nap. Obviously, let kids have a nap and whatnot. Great bathrooms right there too. The train station is not in operation right now, but there are great bathrooms right there, and a splash pad, right? So even if you need a break, right, and you want your kids just to run around and burn some energy, there you go, all set.
Matter of fact,
those are my two.
This is I didn't mean to cut you off,
you're
Chris.
good.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. There's a little lag there, I think, so I'm kind of hearing a little bit late on you. But guys, subscribe to Medling World. I have a whole vlog about these of the Magic Kingdom, Chris, and I go into all the areas over there. It's a really cool spot. We haven't really talked a lot about it, but that's where the Dumbo flying elephants are. And what Chris just mentioned, a little bit of retail snack area in there inside of where the flying elephants go. Another cool spot for kids. Right. It's a really underrated area to Magic Kingdom. Couple ride. They got the Barnstormer over there, Goofy, which is usually a very, very low wait time. So, all good choices, Chris. Can't go wrong with any of the choices we just said, I think. Right. Very good choices.
All right. We are getting on the...
What do we got next, Chris? We got a couple
mark.
Things left, guys. We're almost getting down towards the end. A couple more things to make your day, Chris, from Connecticut. This is to make people's day fun at the Magic Adventures. I am here living the Disney life. Chris is an honorary resident of Orlando, coming his whole life. You want to know about the Magic?
Listen, I can do the whole Buddy Dyer speech from the
Chris.
MCO airport tram. The whole Buddy Dyer speech. I promise you.
Yeah.
This is Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer.
Chris, you had something funny stuff there, man. But that's true.
So,
But Chris, both of us together, we can help people.
Oh, for
We
sure.
can help you have a great day.
No
Listen,
doubts.
awesome live. This is great. I love this.
Yeah.
What do we got next,
All right.
Chris? We got a couple more bullet points to hit, and then we're going to do some final wrap
That's it.
up.
We only got 2 more, so we're gonna do your favorite topic of discussion, which is why I leave it to the end. Consider coming in the afternoon. Yes, pros and cons of park hopping or just coming in the afternoon, just in general as a pass holder to the Magic Kingdom, and we'll also touch on a couple of other things that happen at night as well. What are your thoughts, Matt?
Sure. All right. So, as Chris stated, the last time he was here, we were talking to him about it because Chris, obviously when you came down here from Connecticut, you're taking the whole day. You want to get up early. You want to get out there. When you're a pass, you have a kind of a different way to do things. Work all day and go at the end of the day.
Different mentality. Mm-hmm.
Guys, if you notice in all of my vlogs, not all of them, most of my vlogs, it's usually 4 or 5 o'clock in the day by the time I get there because I do work during the day and things going on. The Magic Kingdom in the afternoon. And depending upon the year, the day of the week, the weather, it get less, I don't want to say less busy because it will get fireworks no matter what. It's going to be busy during the fireworks. Everybody wants to watch the fireworks.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I recommend if you are a pass holder, if you live locally here in Florida, you probably already know you can go later in the day. One great thing, guys, about going later in the day, Chris, and I'm going to say this, is the ticket center where you got to park. Yeah. I'm sorry, the transportation ticket center, right? Very vast. You can park, you can get on the tram now that are running. You can walk right onto the monorail, Chris, around 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, up till about 5 or 6. You're not going to have to wait in a line. Maybe you'll wait one monorail. So that is a great time to come, especially if you've already gone a few times, guys. I know we're talking a lot about first time going. If it is your first time going, I do recommend it. Go enjoy the whole day. But maybe you're there for 5 or 6 days. You got the hopper and you want to go back. Maybe you didn't catch the fireworks the first time. You want to go back. Go in the afternoon. Get there around 3 or 4 o'clock. You're going to be able to get in very quickly, Chris. Very quickly. And I do want to talk about fireworks here on this.
The Disney enchantment, baby.
Now, listen. Let's talk about fireworks because, I'm going to try to do this as quick as I can. I know we've been going a while here.
Yeah.
You at least experienced the fireworks one time, okay? Sure. That is really something special about the Magnum. Now, there are a lot of places you can watch the fireworks. People Main Street, USA, and watch the fireworks, okay?
Yep, a lot of people
the first time you want to do that, okay? You do. This is my recommendation. The fireworks, first time ever you want to watch the fireworks. A lot of people want to get way up to the castle and get in front of the castle. Get as far back down Main Street as you can. This new show, Chris.
Enchantment.
I'm sorry, guys. I can't remember all the shows, all the characters all the time. Roberta's always making fun of me. Back down Main Street as you possibly can so that you can look. Chris, when you look down Main Street, the castle's right there in front of you. It's so beautiful. The fireworks are going up. You can see both sides, all the fireworks bursting. You can see the castle illuminated. And in this new show, Enchantment, Chris, Main Street USA becomes illuminated with different. It's really neat. It took me a couple times to God. We all wish that go away. First it was Wishes. That's my all-time favorite, guys. That was a few fireworks shows before, right? Then it was Happily Ever After. People got kind of upset. Now they have Enchantment. It's growing on me. Pretty decent show, Chris.
Yeah, it's a good show.
It lacks a little bit of the emotion. I will tell you, it lacks a little bit of the emotion, but it is a really good show. And I am going to suggest and being able to take a look at that.
Sure. So for me, I mean, I would say the Magic Kingdom definitely retains the most people during the day. If you're going to go all day to any park, I would say most people pick the Magic Kingdom to go all day because there are just the most rides, right? There's the most things to do. So there's, you're still gonna have crowds if you come in halfway through the day. It's just how you attack those crowds, right? I would start left, go and work my way left through the park, use my Disney experience the entire time just to try to like hit those lulls in like when dinner time starts and things like that. And if I'm not interested in the fireworks, right before the fireworks start, you can definitely bang out some rides. Fireworks for me, I enjoy going to the fireworks, and also they do have dessert parties that are available to you at an extra cost. They have a pre and post, and they also have one with seats. It is held at the Tomorrowland Terrace right there, number. It's actually 74 on the map. Has a great viewing spot of it. They put chairs there. If you're not in the chairs, you're in one of the green lawns that are directly in front of the Magic Kingdom, where number 5 and 4 are. You're in front. You're in that green patch right there. It's completely reserved. Those run around $89 per person. They have hors d'oeuvres, really nice desserts. You get drinks, things like that. That one takes place inside of the Magic Kingdom. Now, there is an experience that I have done recently called, and this is a 50th anniversary exclusive, so I don't know if they'll be running this in, basically May of next year when the 50th anniversary stops. It's called Celebration at the Top, and it's held at the Contemporary Resort, and it is run by the California Grill. It's $125 per person, and you also have to tip out. The tip is automatically included, so it kind of really honestly brings it up to like a $165 per person. But you have a completely open bar and appetizers that are made from the California Grill, which are absolutely amazing. And you have rooftop viewing of the Enchantment fireworks, and they pipe in the music. The best $165 per person you can spend, honestly. If you are going to splurge and spend money for yourself, I think that hands down the value there is great. Me and my wife did it. We had an excellent time. It is an incredibly hard reservation to get. It doesn't work on the normal 60-day refresh rate. They seem to go in blocks of months, and the days are very random inside of those months. Like it could happen, 17 times inside of a month, and though there's no consistency to the dates, zero consistency. It feels like they're booking like against like their ADRs and like private dining room events that they have, and like filling in the open spaces with this event. That's what it feels like. Just from being a food service person for so long and understanding how banquets and special events work. Great. It's fantastic. I personally am not a huge fan of this show. The show that was before it, Happily Ever After, was, I think, like you said, you alluded to before, was just like more emotional for me. I felt like it had more of a soul than this show. This is a good show. This show is not made for me or Matt. It is made for young children who are going to grow up with their own show and see all these characters and relate to those characters more than we do, right? Because there's a lot of Moana, there's a lot of Cars, a lot of Ratatouille, like, newer animated movies that, and they've definitely dropped off a lot of the older stuff, like the Jungle Book stuff or like the classic Mickey and Minnie or, even Aladdin. I think there is an Aladdin, like, sound bit, but you don't actually see anything from Aladdin. Like all of the really classic movies are just basically not represented anymore, and they're definitely turning the page. And also, I just think they did Happily Ever After dirty. Like they literally let that show run 2 years, and they're like, "Oh, it's over now."
It was a great show. It was a great
show. I mean, they did release a survey recently, which was like, hey, after the 50th anniversary ends, like, what do you think about Happily Ever After coming back? If you got that survey, oh my God, please tell them you want Happily Ever After to come back. My goodness. Please do me a favor. All right. We're here. We made it. We made it to the end.
Thank you so much.
We made it. Once again,
I heard there
liking
is,
the content.
keep getting my cue card from Roberta. She said there's quite a bit of lagging. So guys, I'm sorry if there is. We'll try to adjust it for
we'll have to
next
figure that out.
live. We
will.
So I've had the cue card thrown up at me here several times in the last 15 or 20 minutes of the. We do apologize for any lagging. If you stuck with us, though, we appreciate that. And Chris, what do we going to do some final wrap-ups? Or are we going to do our love to
So
do
before we
this?
do that, if you are liking the content that we are producing here today, please like, subscribe, ring that bell. I know we've mentioned it, but this is how we keep it going. All right, so unpopular opinions of the Magic Kingdom. What do you got, Matt? What's your unpopular opinion?
Skip the fireworks. Skip the fireworks show. This is Chris. Now, listen.
That's hot, bro.
Unpopular opinion to say skip the fireworks.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the fire. Let me tell you why I'm saying this. Skip the fireworks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you're gonna watch the fireworks and you want to leave right after the fireworks, have fun. You're gonna be there for the boat. Okay.
Right. Yeah,
so if you are gonna watch them, Chris, you better hang out another hour.
Yeah, I will definitely say that. We should actually totally say that. Yes. Do not leave with the herd.
No.
After you've been miserable all day, you know what you want to do? You want to follow everyone out and wait in an hour and a half line for a bus.
Right.
Like, no. That's not what you want, right?
Skip the fireworks.
Hang back, please.
Okay, and also...
Go shopping even down Main Street, USA. Go slow.
Yeah.
Do something.
During the fireworks, Chris, I'm talking about unpopular opinion. Skip the fireworks.
Yeah.
Go find a mine train right now. Go find your ride you didn't get on. You know why?
Because there's no one there.
But if you can get on the mine train, I've done this with the fireworks going off. If you can time it right, the fireworks are 15 minutes with this new show.
Yes.
If you can time it right, it's a quick ride, but you'll get to spin around on a mine train and see the. Or guys, there's another recommendation during the fireworks. Get on
Big Thunder.
Sorry, what was car. No. What's the one that drive the cars? Speedway.
Oh, Speedway.
The Speedway.
Yes, that's a good one too.
The Speedway is an awesome place, man. Driving around there, you're seeing the fireworks go off because that's a good 4 or 5 minute ride around the track, Chris. See the fireworks from there. So my unpopular opinion is skip the fireworks.
I just want to add on to your firework viewing on ride locations. Big Thunder is another good one. Splash Mountain's another good one. And Dumbo. Dumbo's a good one. Dumbo's great.
It is. I've seen them from Dumbo as well. Or you can actually just be in the Splash Mountain area and you can see the fireworks. It's so cool to watch them from different places. Back by the carousel. You can watch them.
Absolutely. Right there.
Okay, guys. Take advantage if you're going and you have do yourself a favor, of course. Watch them from Main Street so you can get the full effect. But other nights that you're going to be there, in areas of the park, you'd be like, wow, it doesn't make sense. The fireworks are going up on the side of the castle. You'd be surprised. They're way out there in the back or over there. It's really, really cool. Different perspective to watch the fireworks.
Absolutely.
Skip the fireworks. Unpopular opinion from Medling World. Chris from Connecticut, opinion.
I alluded to it earlier, and that is thou shalt not eat table services inside of the Magic Kingdom. It's going to be a hard and fast for me. Unless I'm, visiting with family and this is their first time in the Magic Kingdom and they want to experience things and all that jazz. I'm not spending my money inside of the Magic Kingdom and have not done so for a while. Pecos Bills is a staple for us. We go to Pecos Bills. We do hit Cosmic Rays. I know you don't like it, but shout out to the Greek salad with chicken strips. I see you. It's good. It's good. I do enjoy that. I'm not a table service person. Go spend your money somewhere else. You can have a much better experience for almost say the same money or less in some cases than eating at any table service inside of the Magic Kingdom. Even the Plaza. People love and die by the Plaza. Throw themselves in front of railroad tracks in front of the Plaza. I get it. But a club sandwich to me is not that's not what I expect from a table service at Disney, especially for the cost of that club sandwich. It's killing me.
Sure.
What final thoughts? Final tips. What are we thinking? How are we doing?
Okay. Well, I think I touched my final advice. My final tip is to always be prepared for weather here in Florida, guys. Depending on the time of the year. I'm just going to give you a quick summary. If you come in between November and probably April, okay, you have a good chance that if the sun's out in the morning, it'll probably continue to be cloud up, but the chance of rain is going to be a little little bit less. If it's rainy, it's probably going to be kind of a day of kind of cloudy, rainy weather continuously. So you can prepare for that. During that same time between, November to April-ish, it can warm up in the day here in Florida, Chris. We can have 80s, 70s and 80s easily. Today was okay. You would go to the park in a short.
Why do you make me want to hate you? And we're gonna get 6 inches of snow tomorrow.
Oh no, tomorrow's gonna be 86. Yeah, or 87 tomorrow. But guys, put that park in a t-shirt. Make sure you bring in a hoodie, a sweatshirt with you, because as soon as the sun drops quickly this time of the year, okay, during the winter, and it feels like you're freezing. It's weird. I don't care.
Yeah.
Chris, even when I lived in Connecticut and I used to come down here and it was 50 down here, I'd be like, oh man, it's so cold. It's just weird. I don't know what it is, really cold. Now, in the summer, don't have any sweatshirts, guys. Bring a poncho, because from starting April-ish, May, it usually will have a thunder shower each day. Okay? Good chance it's probably going to have a quick thunder shower at least every day. You won't need any kind of coats, maybe a little bit in April, but it will never get below 70 degrees all night long. No. It will always be hot, and it will be humid for months here. Very hot. So my final thought is, when you're coming in the heat, it sucks your energy out, Chris. I know I talked about it earlier, but so important. Find those locations we talked about that are air conditioned, last throughout the day, because you don't want to be miserable when you spend a lot when you go to Disney World. Those are my final thoughts, Chris. What do you got, Chris, from Connecticut? What are some of your final thoughts?
Magic Kingdom. It's a beast of the park. It's the most visited theme park in the world. It's going to be a challenging day. Expect a challenging day, right? Same tips I usually give anybody who's a first timer or even a seasoned vet is just listen to what your body is telling you and what your group is telling you, right? If you have small children, take naps when appropriate. If you're a group of adults, don't push it too hard. Take a break, have a lunch, drink a lot of water. People don't realize how much water you need to be drinking. People also don't realize how many steps you walk in.
Yeah.
You're walking a ton. You're walking a ton of steps.
Absolutely, Chris.
And if you're thirsty and dehydrated, it's already too late. You ain't ever gonna catch up. So just keep drinking that water. Bring water. Bring ponchos, right? Bottle of water costs $5, and it's Dasani.
Oh yes, that's a great point, Chris. Great point. We didn't even touch on that.
Ponchos while it's raining, like $11. You know, it's like for $11, I could buy 900 ponchos at Walmart. It's just like, be prepared.
And that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Be prepared, Chris. Excellent. One last thought, Chris, if I may. Well, it's Medling World. Of course I may. Come on, guys. Let's do this. Snacks. You can bring in your own beverages into the Magic Kingdom. Now, listen. Within limits. Bring a pull behind cooler and bring a potluck lunch and go sit down and start serving, a whole dinner. But you can bring some sandwiches in, Chris.
Oh, one particular rule that I like to mention is you cannot have crushed ice. You can't have ice inside of your thing. For some reason, that's some kind of rule. Can't do that. You can obviously have like a dry ice pack or one of those freezer packs in there to keep it cold, but no ice.
Frozen water bottle in the summer. We freeze a couple in our cooler. We bring a couple snacks. We bring in like seltzer water in cans. We bring in our own little whatever. I would love to know the story behind why no crushed ice, by the way. Somebody find that out for us if you can, because I'm going to love to Google it. Chris, were there any comments? Anybody was asking? Yes, we had some comments. We had Michelle Soto saying, looking forward to you guys doing another float vlog. Apparently, you're just eating up all the float passes, not letting any of the other animal pass holders do floats. Michelle. Yes, we met Michelle on the float, Chris, as a matter of fact. Michelle, it was so great to meet you that night. Chris, Michelle is so cool, man. She gave us all the advice, how to throw the beads, and she had so much to meet. We had such a ball, Michelle. We did just ride the float again. We just rode it again for the second time, Michelle. So maybe we'll see you this week, or maybe we'll try it again.
And then we had Mike Clemens comment, Peter Pan is the scariest ride at Disney World. Mike, you're a baby.
Mike. Oh, jeez. I can't wait till you get down here so I can see you. I miss you, Mike. Mike is a good friend of, actually, of mine, and it's actually father-in-law, right?
Yes.
So Mike is a great guy, and he knows a lot about Disney too, but he just loves to just have fun down here. So I'm looking forward to seeing Mike when he comes down.
All right, this is it. This is our thoughts and opinions on the Magic Kingdom for this year. We'll obviously follow up with tips and tricks as times evolve. We appreciate you watching. Once again, if you like the content, like what you're seeing here, like, subscribe, ring that bell, and Matt, give us a send off.
See ya.